Before you buy the Kosas Revealer Super Creamy and Brightening Concealer, watch this honest review. Here we go. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Britt, creator of the Style Shaker. I try all these products out for you and share my brutally honest reviews so you have a better idea of what to buy and what not to buy. And today I'm going to tell you 5 key things that I want you to know about the Kosas Concealer. You'll see a demo, you'll see swatches, you'll get tips. And at the end, I'll tell you whether or not I think it's worth it. FYI, this is an update. I have already reviewed this, but I like to test things out just to make sure that I still feel the same way I used to. And this changed. This one changed like big time. The color I have in my hand is 3.2. This is definitely a skincare meets makeup situation. Kosas is definitely known for that as well. I like to say the word definitely, obviously. They also included daytime eye cream in the product title. I don't feel like that was there when I first read it, so kind of interesting. They're just like shoving a lot of words into that product title. A concealer and a brightener and a daytime eye cream. I am not a cosmetic chemist. I've never claimed to be. I don't believe in fear mongering. Nobody has a set definition of clean. Let's just put that out there. What I can tell you is, yes, there are skincare boosting, skin supportive ingredients in here like hyaluronic acid, peptides, and caffeine. All of these are meant to help hydrate the skin, plump and smooth, and give a radiant finish. Spoiler alert, but I did not see plumping necessarily. It could have been very minor. Let's just keep moving. I do like there's arnica in here as well. It's supposed to help calm the skin. For those looking to avoid any kind of coconut, capric triglyceride is in here. It is a derivative. Usually it's mixed with glycerin. Just FYI, it's in there, sorry guys. And then it is alcohol-free, vegan, cruelty-free, and all the rest of it. If you like what I'm talking about right now and you like these honest reviews, you might want to see more of them, consider giving this video a thumbs up. It really supports the channel, so thank you for that. Time to go into the demo and application. How does this apply? The weird thing is, I remember this feeling thicker the first time around when I applied it. It wasn't thick, but it was thicker, it felt like, and it was harder to work with. Honestly, it could not have been more different if I tried. It's like I tried a different concealer altogether. Now it feels lightweight and pretty hydrating and not at all heavy or greasy. It's spread very evenly with the doe foot. You do not need a lot. I did not need a lot. I didn't want to apply too much. A good amount comes out on that doe foot, so just dab it in the key places where you want some brightening and highlighting and covering. It also goes onto the face really nicely. My application tips for you would be, I loved it with a brush. I have a Fit Glow brush that I use all the time. And then I pressed it in with my fingers. I did not feel like a sponge gave me the best effect here. I also ended up using a setting powder with my fingers. Sometimes I use a brush, most of the time I use my fingers. And it's a very, very light layer. Interestingly, I did not have to use that, which I was surprised because last time I felt like I did. So again, blown away. 4 out of 5 for application. Let's talk about coverage. This is supposed to be a medium coverage concealer. I would say it absolutely followed through on the medium coverage. And then let's talk about building it up. Did it create more texture? The last time I did that, I swear it like shifted. I don't know if I was in a parallel universe. I don't know what was going on. But I guess that also speaks to the fact that makeup wears differently on your skin. It's been maybe a year or two, so things change. Things do shift and change, and formulas do change and evolve. Let's get back to the building. Building was perfectly fine. It brightened a little bit more, it covered a little bit more. I don't think it got to an incredibly opaque amount of coverage, so I think we're gonna stay in that medium lane. This isn't like the heavy duty industrial strength full coverage, but it doesn't claim to be, and that's totally fine. I also liked it because it left a natural finish. It wasn't looking cakey or anything like that. 4 out of 5 for the coverage. Let's talk about creasing. I don't actually remember this being a creaser. That's not a word. We're gonna go with it. But I saw shockingly little creasing. Usually the doe foot concealers and the more wet kind of concealers tend to crease a little bit more. I'm actually gonna battle this against the Ilia, which was one of my favorites back in the day. So anyway, more to come there. So I thought this was gonna continue creasing. It really didn't. It did such a good job. I did see a little bit of creasing. I'm not gonna say there was no creasing. The claim was not that it's creaseless, which I think is very smart, but it didn't really show much. We'll talk about whether or not that held up for 8 hours next in the wear test. But for creasing, in the meantime, it received another 4 out of 5. So wear test, 8 hours, full day. How did this stuff hold up? It was so good. was so good. Usually I'll see a little texture or a little gathering. No, I saw none of that. I might have seen a little bit of creasing on the eyelid, a little bit underneath, but it was so minute and subtle, and it was just really impressive, and I could just press my finger and be fine. This was probably one of the better wear tests that I've seen for doe foot concealers that I've tried, and I'm talking about all of them. I said it. Wasn't the best because I had to use powder and there was still a teeny bit of creasing. It's really hard to get like a 5 here, trust me. So it got a 4 out of 5, but it definitely was nowhere near the worst. Total score now is an 18 out of 20. The time that I first reviewed this, I actually used a longer scorecard, so the scores aren't gonna match up. But I can tell you very easily that this scored better this time around than it did last time around. So it is time for my final verdict. Would I buy this again? Will it make it onto Britt's picks? I really liked it and I would buy it again. And the only thing with Kosas that drives me nuts is they are just not great on the plastic front. I hope they're doing something with that. That's one of those like, we're working on it. Everyone's figuring it out, so like talk to the other brands because they're kind of figuring it out too. I hope they do, because what's inside is great. This is fantastic. I would like more of it. So if it was refillable or if it was in something a bit more eco-friendly, there's no perfect equation there, but it would be a no-brainer for me now, which is crazy because it is totally different from my first review. Will it be on Britt's picks? I'm 85% there. It's a very specific number, but it is exact. It is an exact science. No, it's not, I lie. But I'm close. I'm close. It's not quite there yet. There's a lot of changes that are coming with Britt's picks, and they will come soon, and I will let you know over here. That's what I think of the Kosas concealer now. What do you think about this concealer? Have you been like, I told you it was great this whole time. Hello, this is what I've been saying. Or are you still not a fan of it? Or have you not tried it and are you going to try it? What are your favorite clean concealers? Let us know in the comments, and your skin type really helps the community over here. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you found this helpful. Like I mentioned earlier, hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe. New reviews come out every week, and I'll see you right back here real soon. Until then, bye. Revealer Concealer. Oh, that rhymes. How fun.